I'm a low-income girly. I've been on food stamps on and off for the better part of like 6 years. I moved out of my parents' house when I was 20, so I'm 26 now. So I've been on food stamps for about that long. Tell me why. I just got this letter in the mail, and I haven't been on food stamps for about 6 months because I got a new job like 5, 6 months ago, and I knew I wasn't going to qualify. Oh, food stamps. $2,095. They also don't give any options for like payment plans on here, or they didn't tell me why. They were just like, oh, just pay this balance or it's gonna get taken out of your next year's tax return. And the letter came from the collection agency, the government collection agency of food stamps. Like, they have their own collection agency. Also, how evil do you have to be to work that job? Like, I just wanna know. Like, most people who have food stamps are not like well off enough to even be paying $2,000. Like, most of them don't have $2,000 in their bank account. I know I sure as hell don't. I'm thinking about it and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way that I've gotten that much in food stamps. Sorry, my ring light died. They're making me pay back like the whole thing with almost no explanation.
Y'all,
That's crazy. And I'm not saying I'm not on her side. Now, I don't know the context as far as like the owing money. I would assume if they're expecting their money back, then, and especially if it's tied to the IRS somehow, and really the government is slow. So if they expect that money back and they were able to actually prove that you owe it, they probably are right. You probably did something. And to be on food stamps for 6 years, I think you should be glad that that's really all they came back with. Because I think it's safe to say if you were on food stamps for 6 years, there's probably a lot more in there that they didn't catch. Because how? You know, how, like, you weren't working. It's possible that throughout that you didn't qualify at certain points, at certain stages. I'm not a food stamp expert, but yeah, I mean, 6 years on food stamps. That's crazy. And it doesn't even seem like she has kids, right? She didn't mention it, but I would doubt it. Her nails were done. Did y'all see that? Her nails were done. I mean, look at that. Nails done. I mean, she's got makeup on. Makeup's not cheap. So if I had to bet, I would say there probably was some stuff going on. If I had to bet, that's how I frame these things. If I were a betting man, I would bet that you were taking advantage of the system. That's what I would bet. Let's watch that next one that was coming up and just see what she's talking about.
um, they just took my food stamps. Oh my gosh, I can't even begin to tell y'all how frustrated I am. But more importantly, what am I gonna do? Now I told y'all something was a little iffy, and that we have to get our ducks in a row, y'all. We have to get our ducks in a row because guess what? Now I gotta figure out myself, but that's cool. The whole thing is they're doing food stamp reductions. Now, did I think it was gonna be me? No, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really didn't.
Look, y'all, she's taking it well, to be honest. And usually when people take it well like that, it's because they know they've been doing dirt. Like even the thousands that she's mentioning that she owes, she knows, like, shoot, I done got over for a long time. Like, I'm not even really tripping about that $1,000. Like, shoot, I've been eating good. So she's really taking it in stride. And I didn't know that it sounds like this might be rampant going on. So this is a thing right now. Apparently, the government is like going after people who have been taking advantage of the system. And what's coming out of it, if there's so many people talking about it, apparently is that they're coming at you for thousands, like they want their money back. That is interesting. That is very intriguing. So this is going to become a thing now, which is going to open back up the begging ecosystem. But here's what I will say: shout out to these ladies because at least these ladies ain't begging. At least they ain't saying, "Hey y'all, the government's saying I'm owing thousands of dollars." No, no, no. Here's how they frame it: "Hey y'all, the government's saying we owe thousands of dollars. So I need y'all to hit my cash out so we can pay off our debt. Because the way these beggars come at us, it's like we're responsible as well. Honestly, it's like we're more responsible. the audacity that they have when they're asking, like, they're not even they're not even doing it in a humble way. They're doing it like pay up, like the mob. So I did not know that this was such a rampant thing going on, y'all. I had no idea that this was a thing. It's making me want to watch one more just because I really just want to familiarize myself with what's going on out here. And this sounds like a really good opportunity for us all to learn together. Because I am not, I haven't been on food stamps. I wasn't taking advantage. I should have. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good. I'm glad we stayed, y'all.
The same caseworker. I just got off the phone with my DHS caseworker, the same caseworker that I have had for 13 years. She is trying to tell me that because I lost 5 of my kids to the state, that I no longer can collect their disability benefits, and I can no longer collect food stamps for them under my name. I lost them over 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago, I lost my kids to the state. And you are just now telling me that I can't collect their disability checks and I can't collect food stamps or cash assistance under my name? So now they are trying to tell me that I owe over $70,000 to them. $70,000. I have no income. I don't even get child support from the state. I didn't ask them to take my kids. I still have this child that I need to feed. And I am pregnant with 2 more babies. How am I supposed to feed these kids now? How am I supposed to feed myself? How am I supposed to put gas in my vehicle now when you take everything away?
I just want
Oh my gosh. And I was going to try to close out quick. But no, we got to unpack that. So first off, she owes $70,000 that she needs to pay back. 70K. They took 5 of the kids. She's got 1 still with her, so that's 6 kids. And then I think she said she's pregnant with 2, so twins. Let's just say 1. Let's give her some slack. And here's the really messed up part. You're not going to be able to claim plausible deniability in this situation, madam. Here's why. Because why in the world would you think that you can still claim disability, food stamps, all these services that are giving you tons of money? Why would you think you can still claim this if you no longer even have the kids? You're still claiming everything in their names, probably still putting them on your tax return. Why would you think that that's okay? You're acting like they have to send you a notification. No, they didn't notify you to apply. So why would they have to notify you to remove yourself? You're supposed to notify them. You're supposed to know, hey, I'm collecting benefits on children that aren't even with me. That's not good. That's not ethical. That's not moral. Let me go ahead and make them privy to this. And see, what you never expect is that they're actually going to come back and want every single cent that they gave you and that they're going to tally it up. But they did. And honestly, you deserved it because that's not right. And you should have been using the situation anyway to get ahead. If you were going to try to maneuver and try to get over, then I would expect you to have something to show for it. But you don't because you're not a good steward of what you have. And now this is where we end up. And it's really justice. Now, on a practicality level, that's a tough blow. You just got you a student loan. And I don't wish that on anybody. I really don't. To get hit like that, 70K, almost $100,000, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So I can feel for you. But at the same time, live by the sword, die by the sword. You took the risk. You decided that you were going to try to act like you didn't know. This happens too a lot of times where there will be exes who have children together, and the father will have the children for a predetermined amount of time, like maybe a year. The mom will go send the kids to go, maybe the son, you know what I'm saying? She can't control them no more. So she's like, you go stay with your daddy. And she'll still be getting child support. And it's like, why do we have to tell you to just do the right thing? Why not just do what's righteous without needing to be told? And that's what this really comes down to, y'all, integrity. And when you don't live by integrity, you're open yourself up to a lot of things that can come down and bring unfortunate situations on yourself. And that's what you did. And it is an unfortunate situation. And I hope that really what I hope for is that she stops digging herself even lower. You know, she's having kids right now, and if you're living on government assistance, then why are you having kids? You're you're basically saying if you need the government to take care of you, you're basically saying that you can't even take care of you. So then why do we bring other dependents on this planet to then have to take care of, or for the government and for the taxpayers to have to take care of? That's what it ultimately comes down to. And that's what I'm frustrated with. But it is what it is. Life keeps moving, and she gonna have to pay that. So justice is served, I guess. But I don't wish it on her. I wish her the best. I hope she can find a way around it. But y'all, we'll end it there. I'm glad I watched that last one. But like the video, I need that. Also subscribe if you want to join the Limitless Legion, and Cash App link below if you want to tip the channel. And you can also feel free to join the Patreon where I do post exclusive self-improvement content. But until then, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.